is up, everybody? Welcome to another fresh take. Vicky, how are you?
I am good. Can't complain. Can't complain.
I got some stuff to complain about. So the season finale of the Acolyte. Um, okay. Uh, Clearly this season needed a couple more episodes. Clearly this season needed tighter writing. Somebody should have been proofreading, reading over this stuff because their ideas just didn't translate well. Because this episode was confusing. Great lightsaber fight though. Great lightsaber fight.
There's a lot of fun. There was a lot of fun fights happening.
Yeah. But from a story perspective, this was just confusing. To the point.
What was confusing, Jay? What confused you?
So all of a sudden, I'm supposed to believe that because Soul confessed, May is just now, okay, I'm good. Huh?
Well, no, not that Soul. No, May. I think the point of it is that obviously May was never evil, and
They did a horrible job of showing that.
I know, but she was never evil. She was seeking revenge. That doesn't make you evil.
She tried to burn her sister.
Yeah, but what? No, but that was how OSHA saw it. In reality, she just wanted to burn her stupid journal. That was it. And then the fire got out of control because little kids shouldn't play with fire.
Basically.
But once you saw that, I was like, okay, well, wait a minute, hold on. And now everything went astray. Then she sees her mom get killed.
Yeah.
And then she falls, then she tries to get out, and then she sits and waits and hopes that somebody's going to appear for her. Nobody does, and she has to go survive. So it wasn't even that. It was just like, finally, you admit that you was wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was confusing. I think that was
the problem was they did a horrible job of showing that. If that was truly the intent, they did a horrible job of showing it throughout the season because they did not do a good job with that. That's why I say like the writing.
No, they did a good job at showing that you thought May was the evil one and blah 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 yada yada yada. But May knew who killed everybody. May accepted it. May was ready for it. May just wanted them to right their wrongs and confess.
Okay.
So May actually, because she knew this whole time, she went through the steps of grieving and went through all of it.
Okay.
OSHA, on the other hand, was lied to, was under the impression that her sister held her back and killed everybody. Which I don't understand how she thought an 8-year-old killed the witches.
Yeah, that part didn't make any sense.
I don't understand how that made sense. Or how if they died from the fire, why weren't they burnt up? But okay. But at the same time, she was like a little 7-year-old, 8-year-old, so whatever. And then first, as soon as she wakes up, Soul's there, her savior. But of course, she can never get through the anger because she didn't get a chance. And they were like, repress your emotions, repress your emotions. That little kid needed to go through everything. And she didn't. Okay. So once she learned, like, hold on. You have been lying to me for 20 years. I don't know how old she is.
Yeah.
And you killed my mom. And all of y'all essentially killed everybody. It was y'all. It wasn't my sister. You lied to me. All right, if you had to lie to the council, but you lied to me. So you, like, soon as, like, he made that confession, I was like, or no, before he even made the confession, I was like, OSHA gonna kill him.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that.
OSHA gonna want to kill him.
Once she started hanging with Dark Lord Thirst Trap and started wearing black, I'm like, yeah, she gonna kill him.
No, because it's like,
she's gonna kill him.
Because soon as she found out the truth, it's like
I knew she was gonna kill him just because I've seen this story too many times. So I'm like, yeah, she finna kill him. The other thing too, now I get what they were trying to do with the whole convergence thing. Because basically what happened was, even though the witches were able to do that, they screwed it up. Because essentially it was supposed to be one person. It wasn't supposed to be split in two. So because that's why they're not twins. They're essentially the same being, essentially. Um, that part I thought was interesting. Although I know some people in the Star Wars community ain't gonna buy that, but I'm like, bro, that actually does make sense that they screwed it up the first time. Because if you go by what
I
Force
mean, yeah, because you're experimenting with the Force and
experimenting,
creating
yeah.
life. You ain't going to get it right the first go round.
No, you're not. So that's why I was like, that actually makes sense. They screwed up. It's not like they got it right. They screwed up. So there's that. The other thing is, and I know some people are gonna take it. I think people took it wrong with the whole Jedi are evil. I don't think the Jedi are evil. They showed that they were arrogant in their thought process and thinking at the time, which was backed up during the prequel trilogy and actually during the original trilogy. Actually, Yoda does come out and say, "Yes, we were arrogant because they were wrong." I mean, and if you watch the Clone Wars animated series, you also know that when Yoda goes to meet Darth Bane in season 6, that whole conversation, I'm like, so they did a good job portraying them being flawed and arrogant to the point of they thought they knew better than everybody else. Because once again, and like we've said on previous weeks, you can't just come to somebody's house and take their kids. I'm sorry.
No.
That just don't.
No.
You can't do that. Do I think things got out of control with that whole situation? Yeah, it did, and they did a good job of showing that. But this was just okay. I don't know if they're getting a season 2, but I personally don't think they are, just because I think one, it costs.
I think how it ended, they don't need a season 2.
Yeah,
there's no need for one. I think that was like that. They wrapped it up pretty good for it to be one season.
Well, I don't think it's going to be one anyway because of the fact that it costs $180 million and it's way too controversial. I don't think they're trying to spend that much money again. So, I personally don't think they're going to get one. I know some people want one. I don't think they're going to get it. But like I said, I think they did an okay job of tying up most of the loose ends because the story was really about what happened that night. That's what the season was really about. What happened that night, why the Jedi felt the need to not tell the truth. And then I like the senator that they had, because I've seen that actor before, David Harewood. He's a good actor. I like how he just straight up called them out to their face. And I'm like, yes, thank you.
So my brother, he wanted me to mention how sassy that senator was. And then he was like, oh, wait, what's the phrase y'all be saying?
Oh, yeah.
May the force be with you.
I'm like, okay, bro. Bro was on point. He was like, look, I know y'all lying to me. I know you lying to me. So y'all just need oversight. And yes, they did. Like, yeah. You shouldn't be doing the stuff y'all doing. Now, if somebody wants to bring their child to you because they like, okay, this child is special, they doing stuff that I can't explain.
Yeah.
Can you help? That's different. Showing up to somebody's house and being like, yeah,
we're gonna test them, and if they pass, we're taking your kid.
Yeah. Well, I felt this strange feeling with the Force. That child I want her. That don't even sound right. that when you think about it logically, like that doesn't sound. What parent is gonna be like, yes, please? Like, no, nobody's gonna say that. So there is that. I do like with this season how they actually explained how the Force is everywhere. It's just utilized differently by different people. The Jedi and the Sith call it the Force. The witches call it the thread. It's different for different people. So I actually like that. I know some people didn't, but I actually like that breaking down of it because it's basically the same thing. So they did some good stuff. It's just, to me, the writing this season was too weird and too up and down, honestly. And I do think that this series should have had probably 10 episodes, because I feel like some stuff is left on the cut room floor. And I also think that there's some stuff that they probably could have did a better job explaining if they had an extra couple episodes. That's just my thought. What about you?
Yeah, like definitely things need to be moved around, and some things need to be cleaned up and whatnot. But I like the concept of watching somebody go to that side, and I would love to have just a show just focused on
the Sith.
The Sith. Do we have that?
No, we got books on it, but I don't know if they're ever gonna do it.
No offense to the Jedi, but
yeah, we want to see the other side of the.
I want to see the other side.
Yeah,
because now don't get me wrong, they've done some stuff.
Yeah,
but at the same time, Jedi's have done some stuff. So like, I want to see what's over there. Like, I mean, the whole, you have to kill without a weapon and all that type of stuff.
a little much.
a little much about the whole killing part. Now I understand defending and whatever, but the killing part, not so much. So I just want to see where we go from there. But I would love to see that side and everything over there further in depth in a show. For people who don't have the time to read all of it or whatever.
Yeah, because that expanded universe is very.
Yeah, the expanded universe is so crazy. Like, no. So I would like throw it in the 8-episode show and let me see somebody progress over there and stay over there. And then, because people like villains, like everything Ursula did, we still rock with her. She's, what I'm saying? Ursula was cool. So, like, I want to see. You can't tell me Ursula wasn't smooth with it.
I ain't say that.
Ursula was smooth with it.
I'm more of a Maleficent guy myself, but
Maleficent was cool with it.
Yeah.
She was smooth. Scar was smooth. Like, we went.
Scar.
No, I'm not. Listen, that whole killing his brother thing, not cool.
Yeah.
His song, he was smooth. You can't tell me that brother wasn't smooth though.
Yeah. Hades. Cool.
Smooth with it, but at the same time, still villains. But like, so I want my villain to be a villain from beginning to end, and they don't have to necessarily have some like redemption arc or anything like that. Just show me the Sith, show me how they work, show me the rule of 2 and all that stuff. Let's explore it all.
They could actually do so, because I know, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they have some stories with like Darth Bane. I wouldn't mind seeing him or Revan or one of those guys doing like a series about them, because that would actually be interesting. And that's from that High Republic time that this is supposed to be set in. That's why I didn't. There's one cameo I did not understand. Yoda. Like, Yoda should not have been there, because if this is like 1,000 years before,
that's what I'm asking.
Yoda shouldn't be there.
So you said, so this is 1,000 years before the Skywalker saga, right?
Yeah, Yoda should not be there.
So if Yoda's there, how old was Yoda?
Yeah.
Number one, how old do those whatever species he is live? Because you knew as soon as you saw Yoda, that was the first thing I was going to ask. Hold on. Because he even looked young. You should have gave him some little light brown hair.
They still had him old. That's why, like, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Maybe it was just another of his species.
I'm hoping that's what it was.
It wasn't actually Yoda.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's what it was. And like,
I know we don't see a lot of them, so we always assume.
Yeah.
Besides Yoda, there was a female of them, and then Grogu. That's it. That was the only 3 we have ever seen. Of that species who was very much strong with the Force. So, like,
not to say that.
That's the only ones we've ever seen.
I just thought of something.
And Grogu is brand new.
There's only been like 4 black people in
Billy D. Williams. These are not the black people you are looking for.
Billy D. Williams, Sam Jackson, John Boyega, and old girl, I can't remember.
These are not the people you are looking for.
No, but seriously though, yeah, I hope that, I know they try to make it, frame it like that. I'm hoping it's not Yoda, because I'm like, Yoda, that's supposed to be 1,000 years before.
Yeah, it could have just been somebody else from his species.
Yeah,
but like, But again,
they could have made it younger. They could have made it younger, like put some hair on his head or something.
Yeah, but then again and again, I am always going to say it. I want a Yoda story. I want to know what that species is. I don't care if you never give me a name of it. Show me what planet they're on.
And how
show me a whole planet of them.
And how did they get to where we don't see any of them like that?
Yeah.
Like how did that happen?
Were a lot of them wiped out? I mean, because Grogu was like 50-something years old, and he was an infant.
Yeah.
So we know their lifespan and their living whatever. That's why I want to know. I want to know what's their lifespan, what's their growth rate. I want to know more about these species that they refuse to ever name. And I feel like we will never get it in our lifetime. I feel like I'm gonna be dead and gone.
Nah, they probably just haven't wrote that yet, which it's probably for the best.
How?
It's probably for the best that they haven't, because people in their feelings now about the series.
That's true. Because you know what? And you know what? It doesn't matter what name they even give him.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like it.
Nobody's gonna like it. And so
that's why I said don't even give it a name. Fine, I'll accept it. Don't give it a name, but give me a planet that they're from.
Yeah.
I think planet of them, and give me the story of what happened to them.
I think people be more accepting of that, but like if you start trying to do that, it'll wind up being another like in comics when they show Wolverine's when they gave Wolverine an actual origin, and nobody liked that mess. So it's like that. You're like, I think the best part of it, just keep that a mystery. But I would like to know what happened to their species. That would be cool. Yeah, because you could do that.
Show me their planet. Show me what happened to their species. Why do we not see a lot of them? Because everybody else we've seen a number of them.
Yeah. Dr. Mirrors, all the
Wookiees, Ewoks, so many.
Oh, and stop putting damn creatures in here that are annoying. That badger looking whatever that thing was, stop. That wasn't cute. That was annoying.
But let's talk about the fun part. Let's talk about the lightsaber fight, which was fun.
And I will say this.
And I liked at one point when they were like, okay. There was a couple. I should have wrote down all my thoughts, and I didn't. I messed up. So when they were cross sabers, they were like, bing, and then at the same time, May and Osha were, and then they were like, bing, with their legs. I was like, oh! But there was that one moment in I guess the beginning of the fight with Saul and Old Boy that it went from Star Wars to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I was like,
to Iron Monkey, back to Star Wars. Yeah.
Wait, I mean, are we? I was like, wait, where am I at? Because I feel like I just went to a kung fu movie, and I feel like that was low key racist since the characters were Asian. I'm like, what are we doing here?
I don't think because the problem
hidden racism.
Well,
racism.
The problem with that is they don't ever really show Jedis and Sith actually do. They do know martial forms. The problem is we don't ever get to see them. This is the first time they actually
But okay, so the first time we get to see them with the Asian characters.
Yeah, I would have did it, but they did it. I would have did it. They did it. So yeah,
Jay, and you might as well clip all this because this right here, that's hidden racism now.
Yeah, look, I'm saying I would not have done that, but they decided to do that. But in canon, they know multiple. Yeah,
I understand that, but for us to get it in this moment was oh y'all, this is too much.
I would have thought they would have did that with old girl Jackie, the girl that was fighting him in the forest. I would have thought they would have did it with her first, show her when.
But you know what? I'd rather they did it with just other characters that were not of Asian descent.
Yeah.
I mean, just for the first time for us to really see that, because they slow motion flying through the air.
Yeah, the whole glide down. The glide down was cool though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the glide down was cool.
It's cool when I watch it in the kung fu movies.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the glide down with the lightsaber in your hand.
Well, at least they weren't gliding on a willow branch. They weren't like doing
they wasn't like
plagiarism.
tiptoeing across like the wooden posts and tiptoe across.
Doing that. So
if they did that, I would have turned it off. I was like, Jay, I don't even know how this ended. I turned it off because that was too much.
But I will say this: I will give the cast props because the actor who played Soul, he did a great job. I'm kind of mad they killed him, but he did a great job in that series. Like he really, this man was a bomb in Squid Game, and he was awesome here. So, and I got to give props to Sith Lord Thirst Trap. He did a good job too. Even though he kind of came off creepy at times, he actually did a good job. I think the casting was actually pretty good. My only problem was the writing. Like in the episode flow. I didn't think the episodes flowed well just because of how they were doing. I'm like, yeah, it felt like some stuff was missing that could have probably explained stuff a little bit better. But so overall, what did you think about the season overall?
I mean, it was kind of all over the place. There was a lot of potential. And I was like, there was a lot of potential there that was left probably more on the editing room floor than should have been. So I hope that the people in the fan fiction writing world,
oh Lord,
take it and run with it. It probably becomes smutty. There probably be weird relationship between Soul and Old Boy, and Soul gets pregnant. There'll probably be some really weird stuff that happens. Jay.
No, trust me, I understand. I got in trouble about calling out the Bayonetta stuff. So
in fan fiction world, there is no such thing of anything you can't do. Okay,
apparently,
Soul will be pregnant. But I did like that Osha was like, just save my sister and just wipe that poor girl's memory, which is like, oh.
I mean, that was the best way. That was the best way to save her. To be honest.
Yeah, it was, but it's still sad.
Oh yeah, it was sad. I mean, that was saying, like, it had its moments. I just like.
Yeah.
Is it as bad as Boba Fett? Because Boba Fett's like the worst one to me.
See, I don't know. You know what? Yes, because I think we said it time and time again. If you cut out all the new stuff of Boba Fett and just left it in the old, and that would have been fine, but they didn't, and all that, and it was just no. Yeah, especially for such a beloved character. Yeah. At least with all these characters, they were all like new to us.
Yeah, I think this was like the first one that there was no outside of it was all new.
It was all new.
They were all new. So yeah,
the time period, like they had to be. So I think if nothing else, I hope that this opened up to us having something just about the Sith and just about their acolytes and how they're trained and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. And you can actually give them an antagonist as well. You can have villains fighting villains. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I overall it's not the worst I've seen from the Star Wars side of the Disney Plus stuff. But I do think it does have some issues, some glaring ones, and it doesn't have anything to do with being AKA woke or DEI or whatever. It's just bad writing, in my opinion. But it's not the worst that I've seen. Other than that, though, can I recommend it? Only to the most hardcore Star Wars fans, because the casual fan probably ain't gonna like it. I'll just be honest. The casual fan probably ain't gonna like it. They'll like the sword fights, the lightsaber battle, the lightsaber choreography, the fighting choreography overall is actually pretty good. Because every time they did some action stuff, it was on point. It was just the other stuff that, to me kind of brought it down a little bit. But it is what it is. So leave a comment, please. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode and the season overall. Do you think it's going to get to season 2? At this point, I don't know. But let us know, and we will talk about it in the comments. Vicky, anything do you want to pimp out?
Yes, please come on by. BIPOC Streamer Awards. We are here August 3rd, 7 p.m. EST. We are finally at the finish line because we've been through it. We have a raid train happening the day of, starting at 9 a.m. Red carpet. The official schedule will be out soon, so please check our socials. And so that'll be a lot of fun, ending at 6 p.m. with our resident DJ Mike City doing the official red carpet show, going straight into the award show at 7 p.m. So I will be promoting that nonstop. So please pull up. And on the day of, we are asking everybody to be on your socials, tweeting, retweeting, Instagramming, whatever, putting hashtag BIPOC Awards. We want to trend on that day.
All right, y'all heard it, people. So make sure you act accordingly, mark your calendars, and all the other good stuff. The Wing the Podcast is going to be in 30 minutes. So please stop back by and join us. As always, chat is going to be open. Also, I put some gameplay up this past week, some Switch Sports stuff. So check that out. I was hilariously bad at golf.
Yeah, I still got to open that box.
So yeah, check that out when you have a chance if you want a good laugh. Other than that, we'll see you guys back at 7. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out, people.
Bye.